Welcome to Reading the New Testament in Original Greek. We're reading in this session Matthew chapter 3, verse 5 and verse 6. Τότε εξεπορεύετο προς αυτόν Ιερουσάλημα και πάσα η Ιουδαία και πάσα η περίχωρος του Ιορδάνου. Then the people of Jerusalem and all Judea were going out to him, and all the region along the Jordan. And the Greek text begins with the tote, at that time, then. Exeporeveto as ex plus porevome. Now, porevome, we have seen this one. To go, to wander, to travel. Now, ex, the prepositions. Out, meaning out, go out. So, porevome, to go, ex, out. Now we have the verbal changes here, porefsome with the sigma in the future, and eporeftin with the epsilon in the beginning is the augment, and peporefme with the reduplications, pe and porefme in the perfect. Now, ex, a, we have the augment in the between, poreveto, eto makes it in a medium and a passive forms, and this is actually porevome as a deponent passive. Form itself as in a passive form, the meaning is in an active. Now go out. Now who is the subject? It's a singular third person. Eto. Pros afton. Pros towards afton. And an accusative makes in a perfect direction, right? Afton with the accusative giving the directions of with the pros to him. Now who is going out? Now we have the subject follows. Jerusalem, Jerusalem. Now it's interesting that Jerusalem, the city itself, is personified. The Jerusalem. It's one of the important keys in the Matthew's Gospel. The personified in Jerusalem was representing. It's a discussion for theology. Let's preserve our discussion here. Que pasa, pasa in a singular. This is in an adjective positions with the e, Judea. But a pasa in a singular is every, each, and a plural, in case you translate usually with all things. Now, although it's in a singular, pasa Judea, every Judea. Technically, that's what it means, but in a sense, it's in all Judea, all the regions. Now, the Matthew's, the concept of Judea, the land of Israel, appears in a chapter 4 and a verse 23, 4, 5. Que pasa, and continues, que pasa y períchoros. Períchoros is a compound also nouns, peri plus choros. Choros means region, land. Peri is around. Now we have seen this one before. Peri, around, choros, reasons. Making the meaning together combined, the reason around. So neighbor regions. So all the neighboring reasons of to Jordano, Jordan. In verse 6, que evaptizonto ento Jordani potamo hypo αυτού exomologumeni tas amartias afton, and evaptizonto, and they were baptized by him in the river Jordan, confessing their sins. Now, baptizonto, this is, of course, you're familiar with the English word, baptize. Baptizo is the original verb here, that we have an augment epsilon. Now, onto is the ending for the plural third persons. Let's take a look at before we continue our syntax here. Now, in the aorist forms, I have listed the different the endings. Now, the first one, evaptisa, is a simple aorist indicative. Evaptisamin is in the medium. Evaptistin with the theta, and of course, then is passive. Now look at these list here. Aas an, aas en, amenate an. Amin o ato, ameta aste anto. Thin, this, thi, themen, thete, thesan. We don't have onto here. Now, I have listed this word to compare because what we have is, look at the augmentations we have. When does augmentations appears? In an imperfect and also in an aorist indicative. Now we have the form, the preserved form is baptizo, with the zeta is preserved over there. That means without sigma. Now in indicative aorist, we usually have the sigma, right? But in an imperfect form, the form is preserved with the augment. And also onto matches the ending of the imperfect passive. Ebaptizonto, so therefore, they were baptized in a passive. Ento Yordani. Now, this is a locations. Ento Yordani Putamo. Now, what we have, ipoaftu, if you see the passive forms, you can first try to look up, the agent. Usually in Greek is a hypo. In the New Testament Greek, of course, ipoaftu. Now, by him, they were baptized by him, ipoaftu, where? Ento Yordani, and the Jordan. Potamo is from the nouns of potamos, or potamos, and regular declensions follows. It means river. Ento Yordani potamo, in the river Jordan, in the Jordan River. Exomologumeni, it's from the verb exomologeo. Now this is compound verb, ex plus homologeo. Homologeo itself, it's a very interesting, exomologeo is an interesting word because homologeo without ex means to share the common view, the meat, the view. Now what they had, what they shared, it's ex, out of. Now they're getting out of the shared opinion, shared view, making this word meaning to confess. They to get out of the common views, idolatries, or the false, wrong views of what they had before. Exomologeo. Now they're confessing. They're admitting and getting out of the view. So confessing. Plus o menos. O menos, instead making it a participle with ending omicron iota, making it a plural nominative case, right? They is making the same subject. So the subject of the exomologumeni and an ebaptizonto, here indicates it because in a passive form is an accusative, right? They were baptized and they confess. As they confess what? And now we have, if you are confessing something, then as naturally the accusative object follows, right? Tas amartias, the sins, amartia, a, as, a, an, e, on, es, as. They're the plural, accusative, amartias. Now tas makes sure this is an accusative. Afton, their sins. So as they were confessing their sins, or after they confess their sins, I think it seems like it's an after. This seems more befitting here in the context. Ebaptizon, that they were baptized after they confessed their sins. Okay, this is a quite interesting verse in verse 6. And I hope you have enjoyed it. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. And I will look forward to our next session, verse 7.